The children of day and night have always respected and despised each other. Their fights, which began in the age of myths, were transferred to humans, and they still continue in our time. Even the ugly villains who live in hell dream of heaven, said the fearsome clown. You're in for a terrifying and exciting welcome to heaven. The Ralph show is about to begin, said the clown standing on a huge balloon. Retreat, shouted the people. The clown struck with the ball of death. Great Vidocq, did you get me a shot? Asked the people the clown. The people just pointed their guns at him, preparing to shoot. Regardless of the situation, there will always be those kids who haven't figured it out yet, the clown said. Waving a circus object. It was a mace. He threw it right at the people. Have a good trip. Meanwhile, some young guys wanted to rob a bank. They went in there with their guns and threatened the employees. You want a hole in the head? Bring the money. When they were done, a school bus pulled up behind them, and the same clown came up too. He stuck his hand into one of the backpacks filled with money. What a sweet smell. He held the wad of money up to his nose. I'll use them to fill Ralphland with fear and terror, he said, looking at the bills. The gang of thieves walked up to the school bus that is supposed to pick them up. And what the hell was that? Why was the door locked? It's not a fancy car, it's a school bus. The doors are slowly opening, asshole. By the way, who's that woman in there with you? Questioned their friend. A hostage. And the child. Why? Our princess, the governor's daughter. Mother and daughter will give a huge ransom for them. At least let my daughter go. Please, the woman shouted. Quiet. Stay quiet, the bandit told her. He pushed her away, and she fell down screaming her daughter's name. Jessica, quiet. I told you, said the bandit. If you don't obey your uncle, something bad will happen to you. Suddenly, a man in a black mask appeared out of nowhere. Let the child go, he said. What? The bandits asked again. He said, let the kid go. Grabbed a bandit by the head and threw him aside. There are people in this world with special powers. They awaken them and commit crimes, under the control of their own desires. And those with Nightchild blood are called villains. Let's go back and celebrate to the fullest. Have a barbecue. As the joyous villain clown ran for the school bus. But as soon as he opened the door, he and his villain friends were thrown off the bus like lightning. There are those with superpowers who fight against the villains, those who stand up to society and get support. That was the masked man. Who the that? Shouted the villain clown. I just came here to throw out all the trash, the man answered him. Those who have the blood of a child of the day are called psychers. It's been a year, Ralph, said the man. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Do you know how glad I am? Cassian? The clown gritted his teeth. Where did that asshole come from? Since no one's going to bother us now, let's start having fun. Shit, I think the clown's in trouble. I won't even be able to sort you out. There won't be anything left of villains like you, said the Cassian, holding a fire in his palm. Attention robbery on South 5th Avenue yesterday afternoon. Criticized for using excessive force. The Human Rights Commission has formally requested the participation of Lampasas, stating that first-rate psycher Cassian, who used ruthless violence, needs to be punished accordingly. Cassian has been summoned to the Washington Lampasas office for talks. You're a villain, aren't you? The red-haired girl with the cashier. Miss, you know I wouldn't mess with them. You don't think about the consequences at all? The girl interjected. Because of your disobedience, you lost Ralph and turned the public against us. He had hostages, said the Cassian. Then you should have been even more careful. The safety of the hostages is our top priority. I thought I could save them. You have to do what a psyker does. You have to act rationally and calmly. And you can't just go around doing nothing. Just look at what we've ended up with. How are your actions any different than the bad guys? You're on probation, the girl told him. You know what happens if you screw up? What a witch! Angry guy walked out of the room. How did Jeff even get to be friends with her? Gotta clear my head. Calling Jeff. Oh, Jeff, why are you calling? What right now? Where are you going? Is this Rhodes? It's in Greece. Rhodes National Airport. Thanks to Jeff, I have a lot of good memories. When was the last time we saw each other? It seems like it's been 6 months. Memories are flooding back to Cassian. Jeff's running late. It's 7:30. He's still not answering his cell phone. What the hell? Cassian! He heard his name from behind. When she turned around, he saw Jeff, who was injured. What's wrong with you? You must have been hurt by the bad guys. I shouldn't have called you, Jeff replied. He held out his hand, and in it was the medallion. Take it first. Explain first. What happened to you? I'm fine, but the necklace. Cassian, there's no time to explain. Get out of here. If you don't, you'll be in danger too. What the hell are you talking about? That's enough. I'll just call an ambulance. I saw a black silhouette in the distance. Who's that? Run. The man in the dark stabbed Jeff with his dagger, and only blood splattered around. Jeff, who could it be? The killer took off. The boy tried to catch up with him. And when he did, he asked if this was some kind of revenge. Somebody hired you? Clenched his fists and said, Although I don't need a reason, you're going to die by my hand right now. The fire revived in his palm. You still have a sharp tongue, the guy said, and he took off his mask. It was Jack. Cassian knew him. How could you do this to Jeff? All I did was eliminate a traitor to the organization. What the hell are you talking about? A girl appeared behind Cassian and said it was true. The truth is, Jeff is a traitor. He killed a colleague of ours. There were witnesses and evidence. Lampassus confirmed it and authorized it. The girl's name was Lila. Cassian, don't you want to be considered a traitor too? The boy asked him. So tell us everything Jeff has told you. In the 10 years Jeff's been a psyker, he hasn't killed a single person. And you're telling me what he'd do to his coworker? There's 2 other top-tier psychers around here, Lila said. Think with your head, Cassian, and don't be stupid. If you're a real psycher, be reasonable. Last warning. Well, said Cassian, if I am a psycher, I must act like one. Reasonable and calm. I will kill you all. The Cassian launched an attack. Jack used his sword soul. Lila used cold blast. Come on, attack. At that moment, Cassian was hit in the stomach. Is she really a sniper? Surrender, Cassian, Lila said. If you don't obey, we'll have to eliminate you. I'll try another attack. He used hellfire to attack. Explosions. Oh shit. See you later. At that moment, Cassian soared through the air and slowly fell over the cliff. He remembered plunging into the water. He's not breathing. 3 guys in the bathroom screaming. Don't tell me he's dead. It's just crazy. Let's get out of here. They put the guy's head down in the toilet. But he woke up, and there was this amulet hanging around his neck. Where am I? I fell the other day. What's wrong with my voice? The guy looked at himself in the mirror. Oh, what the hell? Who the hell is that? That's not me. That's impossible. Why do I look like a teenager? And my body too? It's just a dream, the Cassian thought. Washed his face, looked in the mirror again. Why am I here? Why am I here? I'm in Korea now? How did this happen? And what are the memories in my head? You're awake, Cassian, a voice asked. Who was it? It was the voice from his amulet. My name is Moros. I am a very ancient spirit. You came out of my necklace? And you have many questions, so you want answers. So you're the one who brought me back to life after I died? Yeah, I've said that a few times. You learned Korean pretty fast, by the way. I lived in Korea before I was adopted to the US. I died and came back to life. What the hell is this nonsense? Jeff gave you the necklace, right? He did it to protect you. To protect me. Isn't that what Jeff said the other day? That Jeff was looking for something. Some kind of ancient iron sword. A sword of destruction. It was made in the age of myth. How do you know it was made so long ago? Because I'm an ancient spirit. If you don't know something, shut your mouth and listen. And why should I believe you? Why should I? I'm actually the victim here, since I had to use half my power to bring you back to life. Victim? Why is it on the news that I killed Jeff? I would never. Lampassus, you idiots. You've decided to blame me for this. I worked so hard to protect people and you do this to me? Calm down, Cassian. You're a monster now. His hands have turned into giant claws. What the hell is this? And at that moment, 3 guys were waiting for him. Where the hell is he? He'll be here soon. Look at that boar. Did you check the bathroom? No one was there. Police ambulance. Was there anyone else there? No one. You said he was dead. That he wasn't breathing. But that's impossible. He wasn't breathing. What the hell were you thinking when you checked him out? How can you be trusted? Come on. He's not in there. So what do? We find him and kill him. All high school kids go to the roof to be alone, right? Good call, Cassian. Get out of here. Why the hell did I become a villain? I'm regretting my decision, said the Moros. Your fate has changed, Cassian. Since you managed to die and be reborn again. The master of your body was destined to awaken as a villain. His powers have enormous catastrophic consequences. Wait, what do you mean catastrophic consequences? Did I take over his fate when I was reborn? Asked Cassian. Yes, that's right, answered Moros. Ha ha ha, a top-class psyker turned villain? And his powers. Shit, thumped the Cassian's fist against the wall. Why? Why did you bring me back to life in the first place? Cassian, you have to control yourself. Moros calmed him down. You know that villains are driven by their desires, and right now they're possessing you. Evil itself is inside you. Now I'm going to help you control the evil, but the angrier you get, the more evil you are. Enough. Moros, say no more. If I'm the evil one, then what am I supposed to do? Survive, of course. That's what Jacob would say. What do you know? He and I talked about you. He's very sorry he had to put you back on the case. Although he felt death coming, he wasn't planning a rescue. He just wanted you to have a chance to survive. It was his last wish. Cassian, you need to learn to control yourself. Stop giving me advice, Moros. Don't you want to return to full human form? I do. Listen, Moros. What are you anyway? What does your ancient noble spirit mean? I'm so curious to know. Since you can bring people back to life, you'll know Cassian if you find the sword. Does this sword have anything to do with Jeff's murder? I think so, Moros answered. Hey, asshole. He heard the voice of the guys who were looking for him. I'm so glad to see you alive. Wow, handsome. Wow, what a body he's got. Kim, the PSI trainee. He was on the phone. There was a fight on the roof. Cassian realized they were drowning him in the toilet. Don't worry, only you'll be able to see me, said Moros. And the guys were still happy that Cassian was alive. Maybe we'll end up in jail because of your dead body. If you're not dead, why didn't you come to us right away? Are you hiding on the roof or what? Look, guys, I'm not in the mood right now, Cassian said. I don't like hitting kids, but I guess it's educational. Cassian, said Moros. Villains even without transformation have huge physical strength, which is several times more than any human. If you lose control of yourself, you know what can happen. The blonde came up to him and started talking. You must have a problem in your head. Cassian punched him so hard he fell to the ground. What are you looking at, you idiot? The guys were shocked. How did that little brat get so much power? You need to attack him, you asshole. Cassian threw back the other attacker. 2 of them in one fell swoop. How do you not have a conscience for your actions? Asked Cassian. Conscience? What is that? I guess you don't have one. And if you don't have one, you should get one. My fist will help you with that. I hit the guy with all my might and he fell to the floor. You're getting a conscience? I guess I didn't hit him hard enough. So I'll hit him again. What are you doing here? A voice stopped them. It was that red-haired, handsome guy. Kim, who the hell are you? Why are you meddling in our business? You're really gonna beat up someone who's weaker than you? I'm weaker. Is that what he just said about me? Take that, asshole. He tried to hit the Cassian from behind, but he turned around and kicked the guy aside. Come on. Kim stopped them. Cassian and Kim started fighting. Your opponent is a psyker. If you lose, it's all over. What? That kid's a psyker? Enough already. If we keep going, it's only gonna make things worse for the 2 of us. Here's a band-aid. You're hurt. One of us took out 3 people. Does our school have a student that strong? Cassian tried to log into his account, but it wasn't working. I had a hunch. Well, it's a shitty feeling. Moros, how did you know he was a psyker? You mean the guy on the roof? I could tell from the waves. When he touched you. Interesting ability. If I rate his color scheme, I'd know more information. Color scheme. How do you know such complicated words? I'm actually an ancient noble spirit who lives and recruits the consciousness of generations. By the way, do you want to turn into a villain? It's best to know your options beforehand. Or don't you want to? I don't want to, Cassian replied. But I must. I need to understand the power of villains. So what do? Villains come from the inability to control 5 desires and 7 senses. In your case, the trigger is anger. Anger? Yes, Cassian. Lampas's assholes, I'm gonna kill you all. What are you doing? Asked Moros, showing anger. You don't have to be angry, just feel it inside you. Couldn't you have just said it in the first place, Moros? A villain named Blaster, a maniac who likes to play with explosives. It's said that he was able to enter Incheon Airport illegally, and he's already been spotted in the city today. There's a lot of casualties. He doesn't have much fighting ability. Well, his ability to create explosives really pisses me off. Plus, He's a total psychopath. Villains only know how to cause trouble. Sociopaths who can't control their urges. You gotta catch him before he escapes. You're overreacting to them. It's the job of all psychers to bring them to justice. Why don't I do that? And you watch and learn some more, Kim. Here's all your information, Cassian. It's like I'm playing a game. The villain's name is Quan. Possibilities: catastrophic power. Features: darkness. Trigger: anger. Skills: shadow sword. Healing. That's why your facial wound healed so quickly. Because you have that skill. So even if they amputate a limb, it'll heal? It depends on your mana range. Why doesn't it say? So it's a power you have yet to discover. Only 300 mana points? When I was a Saker, I had over 1,500. You say my strength is catastrophic. How so? You have so much potential. People have a saying, you can't catch a fish out of a pond if you don't try hard enough. That's you. If you don't work hard, you'll never catch a fish. You can use the scanner on other people, right? Right, Frost? Sure, but no more than 3 times a day. What if you try to use it more? We did that with Jeff. And then I had to sleep for almost a whole day. Almost a whole day? Let's try your skills. What do I do? Do I yell out a name or something? Just visualize the shadow Mia in your head. Cassian imagined it, and it worked. He emerged from the shadow. Even though it's a shadow, it's really sharp. I thought it would take all day to practice, but you did it fast, Cassian. Villains can build their own defenses and weapons. After training, Cassian went home. Quan Kanu has a family. He lives with his sister. Are you going to meet her? Moros asked. Of course I am. Maybe it's my destiny. But it seems to me that this guy I'm in would want to protect his sister. I mean, he practically died because of me. Cassian saw a crowd of people running towards him, screaming for help. What's going on out there? It was the villains. It was a bomb. An explosion of a building. The villain grabbed a mother and child. And there are hostages. Cassian immediately rushed over there to save people. Cassian Waite tried to stop him, Moros. That's the villain. He's much stronger than that schoolboy on the roof. He has incredible powers. So we'll fight like villains, replied the Cassian. Fighting between villains is an unspoken taboo, said Moros. As a psyker, you must remember that. I don't know if you're driven by revenge or a sense of justice, but right now, you're a villain too. So stay out of other people's fights. You're the villain. Don't make them your enemies. So what? Replied Cassian. Cassian, but you're not a psyker anymore, said Moros. But he has hostages, a mother and child. I can't leave it like this, knowing someone's in trouble. That's not what people do. Memories of Moros. Jeff told Moros that Cassian had a complicated personality, but he had the biggest heart of anyone I've ever known. That's why I trust Cassian, Jeff said. Transform, Cassian, shouted Moros. I will help you. Cassian rushed into the building. Everything was trashed. Please don't do this, screamed the woman. Hush, hush, don't cry, the villain told them. Come on, smile just like me. And on his face stretched an intimidating Joker smile. It was the villain Blaster, and he wanted to blow things up like always. Meanwhile, Kim was standing at the gas station, thinking about the guy on the roof, and he was sure he wasn't that simple. I don't even know his name. We need to catch the Blaster, said Kim. That's our mission. Have you ever seen fireworks over the pitch-black evening sky? Blaster asked the little kid. No, replied the little kid. I've never seen one either. But let's not be sad. You're about to see something more beautiful. Stroked the little kid's face with the villain. How the place is about to blow up. Blaster was waiting for the explosion. Suddenly, Blaster sensed someone entering the building. We have a visitor. Welcome. Feel free to come out and play with us. All right, shouted and struck the Cassian. Are the hostages unharmed yet? Cassian, is your body? There's a bomb strapped to it. Be careful. Just as everything exploded, the people below saw a huge ball of fire. Ha! Laughed the villain. Walked in on us without knocking. I don't know why he was here, but I can tell you he's a fool. I'd like to make a nice firework out of him. Too bad it went off so fast. Suddenly, the villain saw Cassian run out from where the bomb had exploded. He was very angry. The Cassian grabbed the villain's arm and pinned him to the floor. This trick again? Even in games, enemies don't fall for the same trick twice. Cassian's strong punch crushed the villain. Cassian was in full anger. He kept on hitting the villain. Cassian! Cassian! Stop screaming, Moros! Finally, Cassian stopped. Damn! Looked at all the horror he had done to the villain. Did I do that? It's not a good situation. Emotions got the better of you. And you lost your identity. If you can't control yourself, you'll become a real villain ruled by his desires. Enough with the frost. It's okay. The important thing is to save the hostages. Cassian saved them. Rescue teams and Kim arrived at the scene of the explosion. The injured villain was taken away in an ambulance. The hostages have been released and are safe. We need to keep investigating. At first glance, it looks like there was a fight between the two bad guys. Witnesses described him, but we haven't been able to ID him yet. Kim saw a toy. There was a child among the hostages. So 2 bad guys? I heard the hostages were rescued by a villain. That's crazy. That can't be true. Rescue workers were talking amongst themselves. We need to check the cameras on the first floor. Cassian sat on the bench and remembered what he had done. Why are you so gloomy? Asked Moros. If it wasn't for you. I'm the villain, Moros. Suddenly his cell phone rang. His sister was inviting him to dinner. At that moment, the cameras showed the villain rescuing the hostages. Is this a joke? Kim couldn't say a word. Apartment 701. Cassian walks into the kitchen, and there was dinner waiting for him. A note from his sister. Eat. Cassian thought back to his childhood in the orphanage. He was never fed for being late. Only Jeff would sneak him a snack. And now he feels cared for. Thank you. The next morning, Cassian woke up thinking this wasn't his life. All he has to do is live someone else's life. I thought I'd feel better, after a good night's sleep. But I don't. And if I had the chance, I'd like to go back in time. Good morning, Cassian, said the Moros. No, it's not. It's time to go to school. Just as Cassian was about to leave, his sister came up to him. Are you going to school already? She asked. At least say goodbye to me. The sister's name was Kwan. Oh man, it was weird seeing her. Can I tell her the truth? The Cassian thought. Here you go. The sister handed me the card. Put your pocket money in it and use it wisely. Why is she giving me a card all of a sudden? Thought the Cassian. It turned out that his brother had recently asked his sister for money because the guys from school who beat him up were asking for money. Thanks, sis. I'll be careful. You seem to have changed, Kanu. Your hair. How hairstyles change people. I've been telling you to get a haircut for a long time. I just styled it differently, replied the Cassian. You got a girlfriend? My sister asked excitedly. That's it. I'm going, sister. Everyone in class was paying attention to the guys who were supposedly cool, but today they came in scratched and beaten up. Shit, said the blonde guy. Everyone's staring at me now. And it's all because of that idiot. Suddenly a Cassian touches his shoulder. You mean me? The blonde was scared. Where's my desk? Ah, over there. The blonde was sweating from fright. What's the villain? Not far from school? He heard the classmates talking. They were shocked that there were villains around. Listen, Cassian. They're the ones the Moros told me about you. Wow, the world is such a scary place. There was a serial case a while back with a schoolgirl injured. I saw the news too. The classmates were talking amongst themselves. They were horrible crimes. He's a psychopath. They say the driver was the killer. Really? He's the head of the Villa Zone in Kadam District. Ville Zone is the autonomous district of villains. By the way, you heard. Drivers experimenting on people. It's so horrible. I hope all the baddies die a painful death. Ha 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 ha. You guys make me laugh. Quack, get a grip. Can you do that? Don't worry, we're not going to spoil you. The guy handed you an envelope. Oh, so you tell me, what do you want him to break? Or kill him? Cassian goes to class as soon as he gets held up by Kim. I don't know your name, but how's your wound? As you can see, it's on a Band-Aid. 5 minutes ago in the restroom. Moros asked the Cassian, You're self-medicating. Why do you need a Band-Aid? We're gonna meet that kid anyway, in case he suspects something. You're not stupid, Moros said. Why did you call me? To pay for the Band-Aid? Maybe I'll pay you back with something else, instead of money. What's your name? Kwan Kanu. This is awkward. Are you thinking about that Cassian psyker again? His name's Kim. He's a fire wielder. Good-looking enough. Tall enough to be a high school girl's dream. Excellent grades. A multi-talking psyker. Who can't turn a blind eye to injustice. That's what I can tell you about him from all the information I've dug up. Are you jealous? Moros asked. His dream is to be like Cassian Ali. So you're his idol. If he's so good, he should have been sent to a special school for psyker training. Why does he go to a regular one? While the Cassian was walking, 2 guys were watching him. What's up? It's okay. I'm still on it. I'll call you later. What's up? He says everything's going according to plan. At least this asshole's good for something. Let's move out. Shit. Why did that asshole even come here? This road's a Will's. Hey. Shit, I almost shit my pants. What? He knows all the words. No, me. Where's our boy? He's over there, Blondie said. Well, there's nobody there, huh? But he was there a second ago. He must have turned down that alley. We can't let him get away. The guys ran. Wait, there's a Wilson. Shit, where is he? This is as far as we go. Did we even go this way? I think we did. Are you playing games with me? All you had to do was follow him. Suddenly they hear the voice of a Kashin. I don't think you found me. I think I found you. At that moment, someone was going through the cameras. We've got company, some guy said. Look at this fool. He's not even surprised we're here. Have you lost your fear? Did you attack the Kyuna? I'll give you 3 seconds. You can run while you still have a chance. 1, 2, the Cassian stood still. 3. He's standing. What an asshole. You're really asking for it. You can't give a shit, can you? What? At that moment, the Kashin poked his fingers right into the guy's eyes. Ah, my eyes. The Kashin grabbed the guy by the hair and threw him into the wall. The company of guys were shocked, but they had no choice but to start attacking too. A fight broke out. I gave you a chance to come to your senses, said the Cassian. But you assholes are just asking for it. Can't you understand that? You're dead. The boy stood up. He's finally pissed off. We've been paying him for nothing. I hope he finally kills the Kashin. This guy's an ABPP graduate, the youngest in the agency's history, the Psyker Combat Training Agency. He's a master hand-to-hand combatant. He's never lost a one-on-one fight. But the Kashin's one punch alone threw the fighter off. He grabbed his head and pinned him to the floor. You stupid kids. All they know how to do is attack schoolchildren. Let them know what the real horrible world is like. Oh shit, we gotta get out of here, the kid yelled. Ah, hey villain. We heard a voice from the roof. It was the driver. Come on, let's go. Oh my god, it's that driver. Wait for me, the big guy yelled. Cassian looked at him. Cassian, said Moros. Is he the driver? How interesting. I thought you were going to get beaten up here. So I thought I'd help you out, said the driver. But it turned out differently. I don't remember asking for your help, said the Cassian. Haha. Why are you being so prickly? Don't you know who I am? I know, driver, and you won't even react? It hurts my pride, driver said. Am I supposed to be afraid of you? I think you were ready for this when you entered the Ville zone. The driver pointed his weapon at the Cassian. Suddenly, a huge rose appeared from the weapon. How's that? Scared you, huh? Ha ha ha, laughed the driver. It's a joke, don't worry about it. But next time, no more jokes. Hey, where are you going? Home, replied Cassian. Cassian just walked and ignored the driver's words. Cassian, said Moros, you almost got into a big mess. The driver did. He's too strong an opponent for you. He has much more mana than you. Moros, tell me all about the driver. It's a great chance to fight a tough opponent. It's the best training I've ever had. It's a real risk to your life. I can't lose this opportunity. Cassian's turned into a villain. I think he's up to something. Hey, driver. Cassian attacked him. The blow was so strong that the driver flew off to the side. Cassian used his shadow sword, but the driver dodged his attacks. He wasn't as easy as he looked. He had a call of weapons. Careful, he's getting ready to fire. You're in great danger now. Understand? The driver used the beam and attacked the Cassian. What the? Suddenly his beam bounced, and he saw that Cassian reflected the beam with his sword. Good block, said the villain. The battle will be even more interesting. You're so sure of yourself, said Moros. Didn't I do enough? Thought the driver. I'll do my best now. Made a strong attack against the Cassian, but the Cassian managed to dodge every attack. Oh man, how the hell does he know my moves? Who the hell is he? I can't help but know a kid with skills like that. I can't believe he's the one who killed the blaster. Driver attack with laser eyes. Look at him, he's crazy. Cassian dodged every one of his attacks. Driver used his mechanical arm. Well, it had no effect on Cassian. He just smashed it to smithereens. This is no longer a joke, Driver thought. His skills really are on another level. These moves can't be practiced. Not without professional training and practice. That's where you heard the voice. Suddenly, several people landed from the roof. Crow. Red-Eye. I think this is taking too long. It's time to stop playing with the newcomer, said the Black Hand. Did you call your friends because you're losing a one-on-one battle with me? You're losing? Laughed the Crow. Not really. I'm in the process of answering the driver. Apparently you're really losing. I said I'm in the process. Losing, thought the Cashin. Our driver is losing. Schoolboy? Why would you even fight me? Asked the driver. I want to test my strength against a strong opponent. I can't just leave a creature that kills innocent people alone. Are you talking about the rumored serial killer? You really think it's me? Wow, it's a shame anyone even believes that idle gossip. He's acting too confident in front of the driver himself, says the Black Hand. I wish I could tamp down that confidence. I'll make it short. I'm not the killer you're looking for. From behind, the Black Hand wanted to attack the Cashin and teach him to restrain his fervor. Death Glove, die. Which one of us is the scum of the earth, said Cashin. You know, they say only the last scum attack from behind. I'll have to take on the task of rehabilitating you. The crow was freaking out. I guess she didn't want him to go after this guy. I can't believe he defeated the third strongest villain in the Forked Zone. Are you okay? Moros asked. Except for the headache, yeah. His mana count is less than 300. But in such a short time, he's been able to use it to its fullest. Only 300 mana points. That makes him a D-class villain. How can he be able to do that? He was able to knock out a Black Hand with one punch. Who's a Class B? Don't be surprised. There are diamonds everywhere. And mana doesn't determine whether you come out of the battle a winner or a loser. Incredible strength and reaction speed. Strange but very effective fighting technique. He really is on another level. Not a human being, but the perfect killing machine. Do you know what this is? Mana crystal. Villains can increase their points not only by practicing but also by taking mana crystals. Eat it. Why are you giving it to me? The Cashin asked me. I want to make a deal. No need, replied the Cashin. You see, I don't like injustice. It's about that serial you thought I was. So I want you to catch him for me. If you accept my gift, I'll automatically take that as a yes. It's up to you. If I were you, I wouldn't say no. It's the truth. And I don't want to be suspicious. Then why don't you catch him yourself? There's a reason for everything. Do I have to eat this? There are only two types of mana crystals. Natural and artificial. And the difference between them is even greater than the difference between heaven and earth. It's a shame it's an artificial stone. But even that will help you gain mana, Moros said. You just have to remember the rule. Only take crystals when you're in a villainous state. This is definitely a mana crystal. Of course it is. Jeff told me not to take food from strangers. Cassian ate the crystal. Wait a bit. What's going on? Get a hold of yourself. Calm down. I feel incredibly powerful, like I'm going to explode. There really is a lot more mana. I've only absorbed one mana crystal, but I feel so much power. I can see why all the villains are after mana. But still, how is that fair? Moros, check my profile again. What? Mana 350. 50 more mana. 50 units, Moros asked again. Even if he ate a real mana crystal, at best he could get 5 to 10 units of mana. But 50 DA, that's 10 times the profit. Wow. Incredible efficiency. Its destructive power is too dangerous. What's this? I have a hidden skill. Mining mana crystals. What am I supposed to do with this? It says Moros. It means you can mine mana crystals from magical weapons, even legendary weapons made of natural mana crystals. I thought arcane skills were so much cooler. What the hell? Mining mana crystals from magic weapons. You're the only one who can do that. That means you can get all the mana crystals you want. And where do we find them? These magic weapons. Meanwhile, in the cafeteria, Kim was sitting with a friend. I finally have him in my arms, my precious. And he's got a brilliant name, Migrez. Say something. Kim. Nice sword. You could at least be happy about it, like a human being. It's one of the 2 most magical swords ever made. By the way, did you find out about the villain who fought with the blaster? Oh my. You're changing the subject. There's nothing on him in our system. He must have just recently transformed. Maybe he's an outer. An outer is an unregistered psyker. You can't even tell he's a villain by his appearance. You've heard of the serial killer, right? He's the reason we can't get out of the state of emergency with the task force. Isn't the driver behind this? I heard he's the prime suspect, Kim said. He had nothing to do with it. How can you be sure of that, Kim? He's capable of a lot of things for a new class of car or some cool electronic thing, but he's not a killer. You're forgetting the driver's a villain, said Kim. He's crazy, capable of anything. Of course, given the crimes, you could say it was the work of a villain. But are they the only ones who are crazy? Any ordinary person can go crazy without anyone's help. Be careful, Kim, until we catch the serial killer. I need more arrogance in my eyes. The photographer was taking pictures of two beautiful girls. Super. Good. Cut. The girl walked out of the building. God, it's 7 p.m. I was going to stop at the store on my way home. I can't make it. The girl saw her friend. Oh, minion. You're still here. Let's go to the toy vending machines. Right away. It's been a while since we've been there, but... Come on, we'll be quick. I can't. I have a commentary hour. Please, her friend begged her. Okay, but make it quick. The girls went, and a guy followed them. A couple days ago, Cassian sat in class thinking. It's been 3 deaths. Will you accept the driver's offer? Moros asked. I don't care about the trail, said the Cassian. But if there are more victims, the killer is unlikely to stop. It's hard to catch a criminal who doesn't have a target. Except for information about the murder scenes. There's nothing else. You could use the driver's gift. Should I? What's that for? The driver gave Cassian a cell phone. Well, we have to keep in touch somehow. Only send messages and send files on this phone. It doesn't have a location tracker, so it's safe. I don't need it, Cassian said. I'll share information with you about the killer. If there's anything you want to ask me, text me, said the driver. I really want to help you from the bottom of my heart, so make sure you catch the villain. Please, said the driver. I can't. I have self-respect, said Cassian to Moros. I'm not going to cooperate with a villain. Where are you going, Cassian? Moros asked. I can't stay in the apartment. I need to get some air. I'm going for a walk. At that time, those girls were already playing in the toy machine and trying to get toys. Why didn't we catch anything? Let's do it again. I'm sorry, but I really have to go home, said one of my friends. But it's still early. I told you I have a curfew. Hey, can you stay with me a little longer? What is it? To be honest, I saw something. Something? A girl from our school was murdered a couple days ago. And I saw it. What? What are you talking about? I really wanted to tell you, but I was so scared. I feel like the killer is following me now. He saw you. That's what the girl said. You realize you can't just leave it like that. Let's go to the station together. Hurry up and run. If the killer saw you, you're in danger. The girls ran, but the darkness stopped them. Why did the lights go out? Did the store suddenly close? Wait, look, there's blood. Here we meet again. The girls saw a scarlet inscription fluttering in the air. What's that? They saw a monster. The unfortunate child. It was the villain of Blood Rain. Cassian was walking through town. Man, this walk doesn't seem to be helping much. If you're going to be a nuisance, you'd better stay home, Cassian said to Moros. I'd love to, but I can't leave your side. What the hell? Isn't that the phone the driver gave you? I have to check what he sent. He saw the message. The girls didn't know what to do or where to run to, because the scarlet villain was standing in front of them. Even from his appearance, it was easy to tell that he was a born killer. What should we do? Asked her friend. A couple days ago, Kim gave the girl an emergency call device. It's not a toy, so if anything happens to you, just press it. I'll come straight to you. The girl remembered the button and pressed it. Please work. And the villain kept coming closer with the words. You look so scared, I like it. Don't be afraid. I can give you a serene eternity. Shut up, the girl shouted. If you're so tough, let's show what you can do. Such daring nunch kids. Man, we need to stall for time, thought the girl, until her brother gets here. I hope this button works. The girl started asking the villain, why do you kill people? Do you have to look for a reason in what you love? Interjected the villain. Well, even though it's a stupid question, but I'll answer you girls. I like the taste of blood. It's what I live for. My greatest pleasure. Stay away from us, screamed the girl. I will defend myself. My brother will be here soon. He's super strong. Yeah, he'll kill someone like you in 3 seconds. You say your brother's coming here? I wonder when he sees his sister's body, how he'll react. You're not going to have a drop of blood inside you. What's the look on his face? Suddenly a balloon appeared in the villain's hand, which he was about to launch at the girls. And with a sudden movement of his hand, he shot out magic power, and it hit Minyoung. Minyoung, wake up. No, you can't. Wake up. And you're next, said the villain. Let's make a present for your brother. Suddenly he appears, and attacks the villain with all his might. Here's a present for you, asshole. Cassian launched an attack on the villain. Choke on it. He used his shadow sword against the villain. It was a long attack between them, because the villain was not so simple. Oh, who is that? The villain interjected. Is it her brother, the villain? Who is he? Thought the girl. I've never seen you before. I've never seen you before. Wait, is this the guy who defeated the blaster? Now he wants to test his strength with me? Haha, it'll be interesting, said the villain. Let's come back to this moment later. But don't be too happy to see me go. I'll soon be the cause of your death. The villain ran away after saying that. Escaped? Where the hell did he go? Listen to me, please, the girl said. Please save my friend. Please. Knight. Kim raced to her sister's aid. She pressed the button. Maybe by accident? Then she'd call and tell her. She wouldn't just press it. All right. Cell phone rings. I've already alerted the police. Please just make sure she's okay. Cassian called an ambulance. Please hurry. There's an emergency patient. Do you have anything to dress the wound? Cassian asked the girl. Here, take this. What's this? It's pantyhose. They stretch well. Cassian asked Moros to check her condition. I think she can survive, said Moros. Good. Is she going to be all right? The girl asked. Yes, as long as the ambulance gets here quickly. There they are. Now we can leave everything to them, said the girl. Thank you. Cassian's gone. Listen, Cassian. We were lucky if you hadn't gotten here in time, they'd both be dead. Why does that drone always fly around? It's driving me crazy. Cassian heard the voice of a crow. Here we are again? It's been a long time? I'm so sad I want to kill you, said the crow. Tell me, Crow, what's that thing that keeps flying around watching us? And this drone? It's what the driver uses to catch the serial. So you use it to recognize crime locations? Asked the Cassian. That's right, said the crow. Thanks to it, we'll know the identity of the killer. And then who was the bloody killer? Asked the Cassian. It was Blood Rain, a bloodthirsty criminal who committed horrible murders all over the country. We suspected him from the very beginning, but we didn't have the proof we needed, and you can't undo an internal conflict. All right, forget I said anything or I'll beat you up, said the crow. Driver asked me to give you this. All explanations later, so just take it. Threw the crow a blue box. But what was it? The promised reward? It was crystals. They're the highest quality. And there are 3 of them. News. At 8 p.m. last night, a villain suspected of a series of murders attacked again. But thanks to the psychers who arrived on the scene in time, the victims were spared. Although there is a schoolgirl who is currently hospitalized. Her condition remains stable. Woo. Cassian's sister exhaled as she listened to the news. Are you going to school? Kagu, be careful, said the sister. Of course. It's been a few weeks since I took over the body of the Quan Kanu, and while the most important thing to me has to be revenge on the Lama Su, I need to work out how much I can trust him, showing up in the pitchfork zone, and those 3 magical crystals of the highest quality. For what? It's too much. Your powers are hard to fight with right now, said the crow. There's a small tracker in the box, made by the driver, so use it if necessary. Oh, and another thing. We've located it and sent you a file. Not that we're expecting anything, but you know what's coming. If you upset the drivers. Where are you going? Isn't it expensive to go to school? Asked the Frost. We need to go to a place. After analyzing the materials sent by the driver, I found information about the Sowa school. Yeah, and the 2 schoolgirls I rescued from there. Maybe we'll find something on the blighter if we look there. We should try looking. It's gonna take a while. One of the girls, the little sister of that popular Kim guy, from our school, called to school. Hello, it's Quan. I'm a little sick, so I can't make it today. Uchan, did you sleep at all today? How are you, Kim? Have you seen the case file? Of course the surveillance video isn't very clear, but it was definitely a blood rain. Only it can suck the blood out of the victim, leaving only the body. Except the serial killer's always messing with the bodies, so he's hardly the one we're looking for. It's not him. By the way, this villain helped the girls again. It's the same one. The sister said he went there to save them. As crazy as the villains are, he saved the girls. And he saved my sister. What's going on? I don't know. Last time he defeated the blaster, who was he? Cassian, said Moros. Now you're skipping school near another school. Cassian watched the girls question the guy at the store. You're really not a model? What, just a student on sabbatical? Where's your university? Girls, why are you so nosy? The Cassian was watching. Cassian kept considering this vendor. Cassian, said Moros. I have something to say. That guy in the store, he's the bad guy, right? I could see it in his eyes. But we don't know if he's Blood Rain. I saw a book on his desk. The Bride of Corinth. It's a book about vampires. Cassian remembered the villain's words. I will be the cause of your death, seems to be a line from that novel. Well, all that's left to do is check it out. Did we get the Joker out of the deck of cards this time? The guy finished his shift and walked out of the store. He took the same road to the girls' school. Where's he going? Suddenly a bicyclist got in the way and almost hit him. The guy's out of sight. I don't know if you should take your villain form here. There are no open crash buildings nearby. What else is there? Said the Cashin. Damn, I shouldn't have taken that provocation, said the Cashin and swallowed another mana crystal. It was now 470. More skills had appeared. Shadow hiding and shadow traveling. What's that? Moros. Your skills increase with the amount of mana you have, so you can improve your abilities by eating mana crystals. When I was a psyker, we could only improve skills through training. Wait, 470 mana? I ate 3 crystals and got 120. Why so little? Your body must have adapted to the crystals. The more you eat them, the less the effect will be, and someday it'll be close to minimal, said Moros. Yes, indeed, if mana could only be earned with crystals, it would be too easy. And then these guys would be invincible. If I want to get stronger, I can't just rely on crystals. I have to find a way. Moros, show me the information on Blood Rain. This is the second time. You know I'm only allowed to use this system once. I know. Moros showed me. What's a blood raid? It's a technique he used when we met. He has psychic powers too? It's his hallmark. Hypnosis is not good. The villain used a hypnosis technique on the doctors. The girl was sitting in a hospital room next to her friend, digging through her phone and looking for the data on the guy who saved them. But there was nothing. Who is he? It's really him. Kim Na-yoon. The girl heard her name. We have to examine An-Minin, said the doctors. At this late hour? The girl asked. It's a very important examination. I think you'd better come with us. Me? Said Kim. Meanwhile, on the rooftop, the Cassian was practicing his abilities. He was trying out shadow hiding and movement. Turns out I can combine my powers. Don't get too excited, said Moros. I've been watching you. You use too much mana. You only need to use it in certain circumstances. Suddenly, Cassian saw a message on his phone. Of course that bastard went to the hospital to pick up a schoolgirl. I was lucky to click on the tracking in time. We have to hurry, it's freezing. I'm sorry. Why put her in the ambulance when you said we were going for a checkup? It's a very important checkup that we don't do at our hospital. How so? It's a loyalty test. The girl heard a familiar voice. When she turned around, she saw him. That bloody monster. My future food. How nice to meet again. It's the villain, shouted the girl. Run! But looking at the doctors, she realized that they had become like zombies and obeyed only the villain. Soon you'll be a puppet too, said the villain. No, I won't. The girl pressed that call button again. You are so brave, said the villain. Strong, strong-willed. Will you be my fiancé? Are you crazy? What the hell are you talking about? Who the hell is this? The villain asked. Get down, girl, on the count of 3, shouted a man from the darkness. 3. A Cassian flew right over Kim's head and hit the villain in the leg. Damn, you're in my way again. Time to finish you off. The villain was striking. He used a bloody torch, but nothing worked on the Cassian. He dodged his attacks. A great fight broke out between them. They fought, but suddenly, when the Cassian was too close to the villain, and their eyes were directly opposite each other, the villain used a hypnosis technique. Got you? Hey, where are you going? Cassian didn't seem to be affected by the hypnosis, and threw another punch at the villain. Cassian knocked him to the ground. Villain, you've been happy and carefree all this time, haven't you? It's time to give you a good kicking. Laughed the bloody villain. Are you laughing? You can't beat me, said the villain. That's the way I'm made. What did you say? The villain turned into a pool of blood and vanished. Apparently physical attacks are useless while he's in a state of blood, said Moros. Damn, I wish I had a flame now. The Cassian was remembering his techniques. Oh, where am I? The doctors are regaining consciousness. Why are we in a parking lot? They must have woken up from their hypnosis. Hey there, take the patient to safety. Cassian's gone. He couldn't have gotten far talking about the villain Cassian anyway. We have to catch him before it's too late. On his way, he met Kim and his friend. A villain. But that's... Kim's friend used the legendary sword. Who attacks like that right away? You'd better get out of the way. Kim, why are you standing there like that? My sister said he saved their lives. We have to destroy all the villains, Kim thought. Flash, Shadow Sword, get the hell away from me. You're annoying, shouted the Cassian. The starburst hurt the Cassian. Kim wanted to finish him off with a fire technique, but a memory came to his face as his sister said, "He saved me." Cassian managed to escape by shadow shifting. "Kim, are you out of your mind? That was a villain. What is wrong with you today? What was that all about? It's like everything's filled with shadows. An attribute of darkness? That's the first time I've seen that technique. How am I supposed to report what happened?" "Follow Sister Kim." The guy was walking into the sunset. "Oh my gosh, this is bad. Shit. I'm thirsty. Shit. I couldn't do it again this time. My throat was dry too. It was the salesman from the store that Cassian was following. He was walking by the club. I think I'll come here. I could quench my thirst." The villain saw a lone girl dancing. The villain danced right up to her. "Oh, why is there blood on your shirt? Did you hurt yourself somewhere, handsome?" "No, I'm just very thirsty," he said. "Thirsty? You want me to buy you a cocktail?" "No, I need something tastier." The villain bit the girl right in the shoulder. Emergency at the club. A blader-like villain is reportedly attacking citizens. What a madman. Is he out of his mind? Blood Rain is attacking ordinary people. "Sister, are you all right?" "He saved me again." "What?" "The one who saved me last time." Cassian was talking to the Moros. "It's a good thing everyone survived." "You didn't seem like yourself then." "Me? What do you mean? You don't fight villains the same way. Is it just because your opponents were psychers? Your wounds almost healed. What else?" When Kim and his friend arrived on the scene, they were shocked at what the villain had done. He wiped everyone out. "Now I've quenched my thirst." "That's great. How dare you do this to all the people? You better not interfere while I'm recovering. We need to help the survivors and capture him." "Well, I'm done. I launched a blood spear attack. The guys are starting to fight." "Kim, stop. Do you really want to hurt the survivors?" "Kim, this is no time to worry about the others." "You'd better think of yourselves," shouted the Blood Raid. "The villain has attacked. Here comes the perfect ending. Blood Raid." Kim saw that his friend was wounded, and he launched a fire attack. "Great technique, but what's the point of it if you can't hit anyway?" said the villain. "Why not?" Haha just laughed at the villain. "And wounded Kim. Leave me alone. Not enough. If I had hit more accurately, I would have broken all your bones." Kim thought that the enemy was too strong, and without fire magic, he would be hard to defeat. "Don't get that look on your face," said the villain. "The hostages only listen to me anyway. You know that, right? You have a sister who does modeling. I did a little research on her. That sweet girl fooled even me. I thought the black-haired villain was her brother, which means she needs to be punished for lying like that. If you do anything to my sister," said Kim, "I will destroy you. I'll finally taste the blood of a real psyker, and it's very special yours. I see you believe in yourself, Kim. Then I'll give you a chance to live," said the villain. "This place is perfect for the two of us. You can make full use of your powers," asked the villain. "Yes, that would be very helpful," said Kim. "A great place I can drink all your blood while enjoying the starry sky." "You're gonna regret this," shouted the Kim and rushed to attack. "Flash!" But it didn't work on the villain. He dodged it. "That's all you got?" he asked. "Our psyker doesn't seem to be trying very hard. I, on the other hand, have something to show you." Angry villain and threw the Kim far away. At that moment, Cassian came into the club. "What a nightmare," he said, seeing what happened here. "Such a big footprint. It looks like it's from powerful magic. He must have done it." Oh, he saw Kim's friend lying on the floor. "Is he dead?" "No, he's still alive," Moros said. "But he's badly wounded. But he always has Kim with him, so where is he?" "Cassian, look," said Moros. There was a sword on the floor. "It's a magic weapon." Cassian picked it up and felt the energy of the sword. "This is our chance," said Moros. "We have to get the magic crystal out of it." "Yes, we can," said Cassian. "But the sword belongs to Kim's friend." "I don't care, though." The Cassian threw the sword aside, taking the crystals. After absorbing them, he became many times stronger. "You don't even have to use your Moros system this time. I feel so powerful. I love it so much." At that moment, 3 unknown men were watching the battle on the roof. "They're taking too long. I'm tired of the appetizers." Kim and the bloody villain continued to fight until at one point the villain shot a bloody ball straight into Kim's stomach. "You're too weak a psyker," said the villain. "Foolish creature. You can only blame it on your weakness. I will absorb you with my body, so become part of the Great One and live forever, shouted the villain. It hurts to even look at it. But wait, who's that? Stop talking nonsense, said the Cassian. Black-haired boy, you're starting to bore me. Hearing from someone who is always running away from the battlefield, said the Cassian. Haha, now my condition is not the same as before. Having absorbed the blood of those people, I have become much stronger. The power overflows to me, she whispered ecstatically to the villain. Even if a Class 5 psyker comes, I can easily kill him. Isn't that true? Asked the Cassian. Behold my invincible power. The villain was spinning 4 bloody balls around himself. He was strong and ready to attack Cassian. Damn, he didn't fight at full strength when he fought me, thought the wounded Kim. Spear of blood. But the Cassian easily stopped him. Got him. It's over, asshole. You said you would show me your invincible strength. When will you do it? Shouted the attacking Cassian. A surprised Kim watched all this and could not believe how strong he had become. He wasn't like this in the hospital. He was hiding his real strength. Did Cassian tell the villain to run away again? Despite our relationship, I admit you're stronger, said Bloodraid. But physical attacks alone cannot kill me. My body can turn to blood. Next time, and the villain was about to leave. But Cassian shouted, there will be no next time. Shadow grab. Trash like you should be disposed of immediately. I'll fry you good. Fireworks of darkness. Cassian has a new ability. Darkness and dark fire. Double power. I've never seen that before, wondered Kim. Hey you, quickly notify the police and tell them Bloodrain's been caught. Back at the hospital, Kim was very sad. I told everyone that I didn't catch Bloodrain, but in the end, they made me look like a hero. And it was him, that guy. He took down the blaster. He got him, not me. So you feel guilty for not doing anything? His friend asked him again. Stop being sad. There will be other villains. You'll have time to show your strength. By the way, where is my sword? Kim answered that the police took it away, saying that they would take care of it. The students were sitting in the courtyard discussing the news that had been posted online. Did you see that? Kim caught the bad guy. Holy shit. Good thing we didn't go to that club last night. Yeah. You remember that guy? He hit me right in the head, actually. That's what the big guy said. I'm still healing. Maybe I should give you some more money for your meds. The guy yelled at him. You're really gonna leave it at that? We need to figure out what we paid you for. What? You really think he's that easy? Said the big guy. And at that moment, the driver had visitors. When you go into a stranger's house, you should say hello, he said. God, your place is filthy. You should clean it up once in a while. And it smells damp, said the girl. You just got here and you're already talking nonsense, said the driver. You're the one who called us here, said the guy. I did? Really? Did you see him fight? Sure did. It was like seeing a movie. Didn't want to look away till the end. The guy's name was Royal Gannet. What do you think? No good script, no well-crafted story. Too many cliches, said the girls Aroma and Otto. I liked it, said Otto. The lead actor was very good. They discussed the battle as if it were a movie. So why did you send us there? Driver? Because he has 2 elements. You knew that and that's why you sent us. I see now, said the driver. What? You weren't aware, Royal replied. Well, I assumed he wasn't like the other villains, so you didn't know. It's the first time I've heard of a villain with 2 powers. It's possible. It was a long time ago. They've been around since the age of myth. The Vila Zone is not a prison for villains. It's just a place where villains can move around with peace of mind. Don't worry about getting in a fight with a spiker. It's a haven for all the bloody psychers out there. Moros was talking to Cassian. I can't get used to this place. We're just in time. You look different, Driver said when he saw Cassian. I'm really glad we met. Let's go to a place. We'll have some cocktails. This is for you, as promised. But your mana has increased. Did you get real crystals? Where would I have gotten them? How the hell did he do that? Last time he only had 300 mana, and now he has over 500. He couldn't have gotten that high with just the crystals I gave him, Driver thought. Maybe it has something to do with his powers. I'm curious. How do you get them? Asked the Cassian, looking at the crystals. Who's the supplier? I am, said the guy behind the bar. His name was Ujeha, a gift for our dear guests. This is the owner of the pub. He's an auteur. Yes, hello. An outrider is a psyker who didn't join the Lampasas. Sell us the crystals cheap. They're already cheap, dear customer. There you go. I thought we could get a discount for friends. Outers in the Fork Zone. He must have an interesting history. I gotta ask. I can buy crystals too, right? Sure, if you're a resident of the Ville Zone. Resident? Just move here, driver said. You want me to move in and work for you? You'll have to pass a test first. It'll tell you who's who. You could be the boss. Do you want to give up your position? Did you ask the driver? He answered a long time ago. But why does the Ville Zone boss have so many privileges? The Cashian wondered. You can give any commands you want if you're the boss. You'll have subordinates and an awesome training room. But the Cashian didn't care about that. You can also get any crystals on the black market. I wonder if this you is a black marketeer. And these guys around here, they must be serious. And the salary matches the activity. How much? The driver whispered a strange figure in his ear that made the Cashian's eyes pop up. At that moment, at the construction site, the boys were looking for something to eat. It's not good. Is that meat? How much more of this crap can you eat? Yelled a guy. I want a chicken burger. And a Burger King. And I like pizza, said the Crash. But I can't remember the last time I had it. You're the one who trashed the pizza place in Wilson, aren't you? Asshole. Oh, you're here. The guys looked at a guy named Cutter. Now is not the time to talk about pizza. What are you so crazy about living here? I found him, said Cutter. Who? The bad guy you attacked. What? That black-haired guy? Where is he? Tell me now. He's with the driver, said the Cutter. Are you thinking of going after him? Of course, but the driver has put a ban on fighting in the villa, but I'm going to break it tonight. Driver and Kissian were walking on the roof. He was showing him other people in the zone. His name is Earth Dog. He loves to dig in the ground. And behind him is the janitor. He's a killer of every speck of dust. Get out of here, brother, and I'll clean up. Oh, man, you've already made a mess. They're both crazy, but they're harmless. There's no need to litter. Give me a break. They won't attack first, but they can fight back. That's why Ville Zone needs them. That's not the kind of villains I imagined, said Cassian. And it's all because of him. Why did you assign me to catch Blood Rain? Asked the Cassian. We have a traitor, said the driver. I needed to get the traitor around my finger. By choosing a man who has no ties to me or Ville Zone. And in case you didn't know, villains have their own divisions too. Like spikers, those who follow the rules, and those who spit on them and create their own locations. Are you saying there's a connection between Blood Rain, Ville Zone, and the traitor? Asked the Cassian. Blood Rain is just a pawn in a big game, and I'm sure there's something bigger behind him. And they want to bring Ville Zone to the end, replied the driver. Cassian wasn't interested. I knew you would say that. The driver answered him. That's why I like you. Become a citizen of Vilzona. The driver suggested to Cassian. What the hell are you talking about? I'm putting my life on the line. I'm really asking you to do that. The driver asked him. Meanwhile, his sister was at work thinking about her brother. I wonder if Kanu had dinner. Since I gave him the card, we never got a chance to talk. Manager Kwan, right? The director is looking for you. One of the employees told her. It's me. There was a girl on the phone at the time. That's true. She's a great employee, so there shouldn't be a problem. A decent person. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I'm even sorry to give up a valuable employee. You're sorry? Now I feel guilty. It's Kwan Yuri. The girl came to the door. Oh, she's here. Until the next call. Here. Boss passed on the letter. You've received an invitation from the U.S. Department. Thanks to your hard work, they're sending you to the head office. What? Really? The company not only pays your plane ticket, but also an apartment close to your workplace. Oh my God. This is a great opportunity, her boss told her. You'll go, right? Of course I am. But she was thinking about her brother. Meanwhile, I was thinking about what the driver said. You must become a resident. You must become a resident of Ville Zone. What the hell are you talking about? I'm putting my life on the line. and I'm really asking you to do it." "You like his offer?" Moros asked. "Suddenly those guys from the junkyard show up. Is that him?" "I see there was a rat hiding here," said the Cassian. "How did he find us? He's really an unusual villain." "Shit, it's infuriating. I want to blow his head off right now. I'll take my turn. Guys argue. I'll go first. Now you're gonna find out what happens to whoever's messing with me." "What kind of bullying?" the Cassian asked. "I don't remember any." "Careful, Cassian. They may attack together," said the Moros. "Die." One of the guys went for Cassian, but he found himself in a barrel. "What the? Is that any way to treat a guest?" They heard a girl's voice. "Juak, what are you still doing here?" "Don't interrupt," shouted the guy in the barrel. "Just a reminder that you are breaking the law," she said. "Villezone is forbidden to gather in groups and attack. He's not a resident of Villezone anyway." "But he will be soon," said Crow. "Are you going to leave him alone or what?" That's when the sister came home. "Is he asleep already?" She knocked on her brother's door and remembered her boss's words. "Thanks to your hard work, you're being sent to the main office. I'm going to take a shower and go to bed too." Cassian went for a run in the morning. Look at the weight of the sandbags. Holy shit, they're not that heavy. It's just a regular workout. It's great for physical fitness. Now there's no more one-on-one fighting. I may be attacked by multiple opponents at the same time. And there's nothing more effective against that than physical exertion. "Wise judgment, Cassian," Moros told him. "A flashback to last night. Stop. To become a member of Villezone, you have to pass a test. He has to pass it too, like everyone else." "What the hell is a test?" "Screaming boy. I'm gonna kill him right now. 10 days from now." "Let's do the test." 10 days, huh? And I'll explain the rules. The test is one-on-one combat. Killing is only allowed in exceptional circumstances. "One more thing. Your first opponent will be me. Let there be a party," said the girl. "Actually, I don't really feel like becoming a member of Villezone," said the Cassian to the Moros. "Look at this." Wow. The passers-by were staring. But it's the only way I can get stronger and get revenge on Lumpus, even if I go to hell. That's the path I've chosen. He's trying so hard. The twins were watching him. "You mean him?" "Uh-huh. Let's just not tell Gannett. Okay?" Cassian was taking a shower. After he cleaned up, he saw the letter. "I got up so early. My sister woke up. What are you looking at?" The girl snatched the letter. "Did you read it? An invitation to America." "Yeah." "Don't worry about it." "I'm not going." "Why not?" "You're asking me." "Should I leave you alone?" "I can live just fine on my own," the Cassian replied. "It will be more comfortable," he thought. "You can cook your own meals." "And laundry and cleaning?" thought the Assestra. "You'll have to sort the garbage and other chores." "I'm not a child," said the Cassian. "I'm old enough for all that. I've done everything on my own before. You're only 19. You're in your 3rd year of high school." "Go ahead," replied the Cassian with a smile. "When else will you get a chance like this? Do what you really want to do." At this time, the boys were discussing the test. "There's a week left." "He's coming, isn't he?" "Who?" "The guy who's going to fight Wake." "Shit. I was going to deal with him earlier. They say he's got the driver's backing. I bet he's a suck-up. You're the one always hanging around the driver. You want to die? Who else is hanging around who? Who needs him?" "Calm down. You're a suck-up, that's what you are. But if he fights Joke in the first round, will it be our turn? If she beats him, it'll be fun. But this time I'm going to side with that asshole, to exact revenge. I'm going to get him." "You're really going to let her go to America?" Moros asked. "It's a good opportunity. That's the whole reason. I think it's the best option for both of us. And I say that not as Cassian, but as Van Kanu." "Are you really going to be able to do this alone?" Of course I can. I've had a life before. I'm asking because I see on your search engine, how do you make food? I'll start with Korean food. Or maybe European. When will you ever get the chance? Don't worry about it. Just do what you think you need to do. Gwang Yuri. Gwang Yuri. The girl was consumed with thoughts. Why are you flying around in the clouds? We want to place an order. Is something wrong? Are you really worried about that guy? How old is he? He's handsome. Tell us, can we help you? Shut up. Here's your beer. Let's have a drink. With alcohol, the conversation will go better. They're drunk. Are you all right? Why did you drink so much? Cassian saw his sister off. Who drank? Am I a glass? My Kanu has grown so handsome. You must be drunk. You were such a cute baby when you followed me around as a child. I still can't get used to the fact that you're all grown up now. You're not a boy anymore. You're a man. When did you get so big? Oh, my head. I overdid it last night. Oh, sister, I made you some soup for your hangover. Have it with rice while it's warm. And rest. Cassian saw the girl off to the airport. A Kanu, not a baby. Don't go hungry and eat 3 meals a day. I'll call in the morning and evening. Pick up the phone, and be careful. There are so many scary things happening in the world. Don't worry. Wouldn't you worry if you were me? Anyway, call me if anything happens. I'll be waiting. You call me too, and I'll fly to America right away. I'll call you when I land. I'll call you as soon as I land. My sister's gone. Cassian is here for the test. A fight is considered over when one of the parties declares a loss or is declared incapacitated. Basically, you have to win 3 battles. Even if you lose, there's no punishment. You can challenge me if you want. It's noisy. Shall we get started? I'll wait. Okay, Jack, ready? Sure, let's get started. Cassian, focus. She looks strong, speed, strength, and stamina. Considering all those factors, Jonah's a serious opponent. A master of hand-to-hand combat, trained in combat sambo, an opponent who knows all her strengths. A high-speed attack isn't going to work. All in all, this guy's off to a terrible start. You may. There's a lot to see here. Let's get started. Quicker we start, quicker we finish. What the... Cassian attacked her. From upstairs? Where is it? Jonah, up ahead. Oh my god. What? Next. That's impossible. Dude is one of Wilson's toughest villains, and he took her down in the first round. Next. I don't want to waste time, said the Cassian. Who the hell is he? Who wanted to fight? Come on out. I'm the best archer in Villezone. Red Eye. Come on, fight me. I don't think so. And don't worry about Bladrain. We didn't expect much from him anyway. And Villezone? It's gonna fall apart pretty soon. You can count on me, Chairman. I'll be sure to make it happen. He's still flying. Got him. This is the end of my hunt. Not as snarky as they said he was. So you were the hunter all along. I give up. What? What did you say? It's over. You've already got me. That's it. You're just giving up like that? What an asshole. It's annoying. Jerk? But I'm sincere, and if the driver hadn't asked me, I wouldn't have come here. Driver did. He doesn't want any serious injuries in the test. Here you go. What's this? A wish suppression patch. Every villain in the Villezone has one. Stick it behind your ear and it'll work. It's flesh-colored. That's why it doesn't stand out. I know they used to put them in villains who were imprisoned in prisons, but in patch form. I wonder who makes them. Your last opponent, the Black Hand. He's mean and rude, but all in all, a good guy. I hope you don't maim each other too badly. Good guy. What kind of guy? Is he serious? Who do you think's gonna win? Where the hell did the driver go? And the crow too. Now I doubt we'll win. He's good at one-on-one combat, but I don't think it's his fault. Maybe it's just Juok weakening him as a woman. I don't think gender is the problem. He still has enough power to knock her out in the first round. Oh, come on. He's just lucky, like all fools. You really think it's just luck? Shit. If it's hard to beat him one-on-one, how about 3 against 1? Not bad. Asshole, are you out of your mind? You want to request a group attack? A group attack. Even the lion in the hunt for Bylov calls his friends for help. Have you lost your fear? I can take him down in 1 round. What do you take me for? And what the hell is a lion? I'm a great tiger who hunts alone. Calm down. Shut up. Are you pissing me off? I didn't come here for fun. This is a test in name only. It's really a trap for people like us. Me and Red Eye are serious. And you, who's gonna get knocked out in the finals. We're all just here to make that asshole look better against us. What? What the hell are you talking about? Listen to me first. I heard the driver talking in the pub. I know what he said. He wants that asshole to be the next boss of Willzone. What? Come on. It's a load of bollocks. Do you know how many people are gunning for that place? I wasn't the only one there. You can ask around. It's impossible. For the driver to give him his seat. He's an asshole. And a stranger. He doesn't even know anything about local life. How can we give him the Willzone? You really can't believe the driver's patronizing him. That's not the driver we all know. That's it. It's time to decide. We all need to show this asshole where he belongs. I brought my friends. The more people, the merrier. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. Chuckles. It's a long flight. Kanu, you eat well, right? And eat healthy food. Then you'll grow big and strong. Are you serious? It's good. It tastes like garbage. You think he's up to something? Jeff always said to be careful of people who are nice to you for no reason. I can't figure out what you're doing to him. So, you're my next opponent. You? What's your business with the driver? What do you mean? What have you done to him? A counterattack in a situation like this. He really is something, shouted the villain. I see. We couldn't win the duel, so we attacked in 3s, asked the Cassian. We decided to go for numbers, not strength. 3 isn't enough, is it? He saw the barrel fly by. The villain used a drunken dash. While the driver and the crow sat on the roof, the day was coming to an end. How's he doing? Who? Your favorite. The black duckling. What? The black duckling? He's just a baby. By the way, he doesn't even have a villain's name. Sharp knife, sharp eyes. Too much interest in him. I'm envious, said the driver. If you were so interested in me, I'd repay you for that interest.